unaffected, but who would you say were the most affected? Was it the stalls? Was it the balcony?
The stalls, balcony, rear circle, and all that seemed to miss everyone. It was the stalls that would have taken the most of it, definitely.
Yeah, well, this is obviously a theatre that can fit something in excess of 700 people for a performance. Was it full? Was it packed?
As far as I know, I bought the last 2 tickets that I could get last week, so I think the show was sold out. Certainly from where I was getting tickets from.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you can remember seeing on your way out? Thankfully, you are clearly unhurt, and if not a bit shaken by the whole thing.
A little bit, yeah. Just the amount of people that were coming out, all the dust, a lot of people screaming, but it was brought under control pretty well.
Okay, Steve and Hannah, I hope you have a much better night from now onwards. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Well, Martin, they are trying to tempt us to move us backwards now. They're trying to get emergency services, and there are, as you can see from Martin's pictures, that there are a lot of ambulances, there are fire crews, a lot of buses there parked up as well. Perhaps they were just vehicles that couldn't get out in time. Or perhaps they are offering shelter. It's spitting with rain a little bit here, but as we heard from Steve and Hannah, this was a very quick reaction from the emergency services. Just to our right, you can see that they are bringing in stretchers. Obviously, by the looks of things, if these are being brought in from outside the cordon that we are at, either they are struggling to get vehicles close because it is rush hour. Well, it's just a bit beyond rush hour, but certainly it's very busy around Piccadilly and Shaftesbury Avenue. So they're trying to bring them in from outside. It does look, to me at least from here, that there will be people who will need further attention away from the scene. We heard just a few minutes ago, Steve, one of the eyewitnesses, tell us that the neighbouring theatre was being used as a location for those who were perhaps walking wounded, perhaps with mild injuries, being treated, getting some water, and in one case we know that someone was receiving oxygen. But by the looks of the stretchers that are heading in now, there may well be perhaps slightly more serious injuries. One thing that Steve, we spoke to a minute ago, didn't mention in that live, he did tell me prior that he believed he heard someone say that someone had broken a leg. So as you can see, as we just push in now to the theatre, the Apollo Theatre, for now at least, as more stretchers to my right begin to be brought in, that this is very much an ongoing situation, and there was talk of some of those being trapped still. So whether that is something that they're focusing on for the time being, or whether they've managed to free those who were perhaps trapped, we simply don't know at the moment. As I said, Martin, 755 seats inside this Grade 2 listed building. It's extremely old. It was established in 1901, and so you can imagine that obviously it is an old building. As to the reason why